Direct hit, direct hit. It's not it.
Josh Potter.
What's up? What's up?
You're back, baby. Back by popular demand.
Zombie Nation.
Let's
Remember
go.
that song? Oh, I used to pump me up for high school basketball games.
Don't they use that in the UK or something for games?
For soccer.
I feel like
Probably,
like it's like
I wish we
I
would
don't know if
adopt
it's Man City or whatever it is, but I don't know.
something. Yeah, they definitely
It's one of
someone
those
does
teams.
it. I wish we would adopt that over the White Stripes. You know, when they do, at least the Bills do this at a kickoff. They go, oh, the White Stripes.
Forget about
Yeah. I heard a dirty song, Seven Nation Army. That song? We do that song. I don't like that song.
Yeah,
I wish we didn't do that. I wish we did Zombie Nation instead.
right.
But no, we do.
Yeah, the Chiefs need to stop playing Icky Thump.
Do they play it? Oh, okay. That would be.
Right? Yeah,
That's my Jack White impression.
that's good.
Yeah, I can do a couple. He has a couple of different ways of singing. He's got his White Stripes way. Then he's got his like Jack White like acoustic way where he's just like, you know. And I went to the store. He sounds like that. I don't know. I really got ahead of myself.
Kind of
before I could remember.
Dylan-esque.
Yeah, he was.
I know what
like,
you're talking about.
Yeah, he's just real like whiny.
Yeah.
But then he's got the White Stripes one where he sings like good.
I had this character idea, but it would require like prosthetics and makeup and stuff, so I never
Ooh.
did it. I wanted to do a character called Jack Black and White, and it's like cut
Like
down the middle.
Two-Face?
Yeah, it's Two-Face with Jack Black and Jack White. It's like, dude, and that, you know, it just like turn it back and forth.
It would be like Two-Face too, because the Jack Black side would be all like his grin would be crazy.
Yeah,
And Jack White would be all like sad.
yeah.
Or
What would he
whatever.
have fallen in though? You know,
Oof, that's tough.
dude, I fell in some toxic cheese.
Yeah, but what would Jack White's like vegan, wasn't he? I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm sure Jack White looks like he is in he's like Edward Scissorhands. He
looks like a Tim Burton character for
yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
He already looks like a Tim
Yeah,
Burton
if Tim Burton wanted to create a band in the alt rock universe, it would be Jack White.
Right.
Yeah.
I still want to put my record on your album label. Jack White.
Look out for it. I did your podcast recently, and I felt like I didn't do the best on your podcast.
I don't know if I'm sure I didn't do the best on my podcast is really the problem.
I felt like my energy wasn't there, and I'm going to make up for it today,
my
baby.
energy, you did great on my podcast for the record. That's all in your head. The energy is always low. I feel like that's me. That's my energy. I'm low energy. Always.
Well, we'll meet somewhere in the middle today.
Good luck. Good luck bringing me up.
Oh, I'm bringing you up.
Getting one of those. Yeah.
Clear. Oh, it's happening.
Let's go.
Oh, you know what I left there. I was like, I don't know how that went, how I did, but I was like, subconsciously, was I lower energy because the last time I did a podcast there was Sickler's.
It had Honeydew Energy when you walked in. You walked in, you're like, I'm going to talk about my dead dog. I'm going to talk about.
I had a flashback where I was like, I'm not going to cry today.
And then I don't do any favors. I bring up horrible stories. I'm like,
Right.
8 were trampled in this accident today. Got anything on that? That's my energy. It's more other people's plights.
I've got one murder pun.
No, but I'm sure that was all in your head. I mean, everyone enjoyed your appearance on my podcast quite a bit.
Good.
What are you doing with that?
Oh, I like to do news segments with guests. And Josh, you're one of my favorite guests.
Is that autographed?
It's not autographed.
Why is it still in the box?
It was a gift.
Are you hoping it to be autographed at some point?
Maybe, but we're going to actually take it out of the box today.
Oh my, we're taking it out of the box. This is giving me anxiety.
Yep,
I
taking
feel
it out of the box.
You got to put that in a glass case.
Well, you're supposed to, but, I'd rather just play catch with it.
And recently you met TravisKelce.
I did.
At the comedy store. I was like, that was the night I go, I think I'm going to go to the comedy store tonight. And then I go, nah, I'm not going to go. It was raining or something. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to go. And then I saw everyone's pictures with Patrick Mahomes and TravisKelce.
Yeah, he was, so Andrew Santino was super nice and asked me backstage. We were both on in the main room that night, and he goes,
Now, when TravisKelce's there and Andrew, does Santino keep the green room for himself and go, no one comes in here because Kelsey's in here?
No, actually, Santino was like, do you want to meet him? I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, after I go on, I'll introduce you. I was like, that would be dope, dude. That'd be amazing. And then so I hung out till after Santino set, and then he called Kelce to the hallway at the store.
That's awesome.
And I had a chance to talk with him a little bit about Kansas City, and I told him, I was like, I don't want to, be this guy, but I would love a photo. My brother will flip out.
Oh yeah,
You know
have
what I
to
mean?
take
I was
a
just
picture.
I was like, I'm from Kansas City. Like, and Santino introduced me. He's like, he's another Kansas City guy, and we talked about like the area I grew up in.
Who was the other Kansas City guy? Was Rick Ingram there? He's Kansas City, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he was there when Kelce and Mahomes were there though. I didn't meet Mahomes. He was in the back still watching the show, and I didn't want to bug him.
Yeah.
And
Because they were in LA the night before playing, and
The
that
Chargers,
was what,
yeah.
Thursday night football. So this was what, Friday night.
Yep. So they had the night off.
It was
yeah.
interesting. I never would have expected that they get to hang out the next night and go out and stuff.
Oh, I know. They just stayed in town. I was like, this is kind of dope that they're not just flying straight
Right, because
back.
like Urban Meyer stayed in town after Thursday night football, didn't fly back with the team, grinded up on some ladies, and got into a lot of trouble.
I saw some video.
Yeah, he got in a lot of trouble for that, and everyone's like, the kid didn't fly back with the team. That's crazy. But I was like, well, doesn't some of the teams stay after Thursday night football? I.e. in this case. But anyhow.
Yeah.
So
I don't
continue. You got to. So what did he say when you?
He was just nice. I just I had a quick moment with him, and there was a little bit of an awkward beat after he took the photo where he's like, all right, well, I'm going to head back in the showroom. I was like, yeah. All right. I was like, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I would react to meeting. I mean, I used to have press credentials, and I would go in and talk to the players. And this is when I was like the same age as them. Now I'm older, and I still have that like, wow, G energy, but I'm like older than them, so it's a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're the same age, it's at least a little bit more like, yeah, we're both in different fields and we're doing our thing.
Yeah, or you can even still be kind of like, wow, Nito, you're a big guy and you're cool. Like now it's like this middle-aged guy is like acting like
fawning
a child,
over
like
me.
a child. Yeah, exactly.
What's your health routine? you look amazing.
I definitely don't ask that. I'm more like, remember on third down when you guys were down 6 points and you had to score, and like I know all that stuff. I go out and on that stuff, and they're like, not really. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah,
if I met TravisKelce, I would have been like, Week 12 was a little tough, right? Or whatever week it was that we played them last. I would have been talking shit, and then Santino would have been like, all right,
dude.
You need to get
easy.
out of here. Yeah.
Easy.
I'm like, oh, except that one game, though, against the Bills.
I always forget how big NFL or NBA players are until you...
Oh, yeah.
It's like, behemoths of men.
Yeah, man, it's weird to think I'm the same thing as them.
Right?
Like, I'm so small and frail.
They're like freaking...
Sometimes I wish I could clone myself just so I could watch one of the most aggressive... Well, that would be the last thing I did with a clone.
What if that's your genie wish out of the lamp? I wish to clone myself so I can watch myself have sex.
I bet there are some narcissists out there that would be down to do that. No, but I would like to clone my body and then have like the most aggressive, violent athlete beat me up just to see how what happens to my body.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just to see what he could really do to me if like I was like, oh, I have an extra one of me here.
You're talking, you want to be John Wicked?
Yeah, I want him to like, I want to see how many, like, you know, like how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Pop? I want to see how many
Many punches?
How many skull punches it takes to get to my brains being just like on the ground.
Wow.
I want to know so bad, but I don't want to use my real brain, obviously. I only have one. If I had two, though, I'd be like, hey, I don't know, Aaron Donald, have that. You know, somebody.
So I've never done this segment before.
Oh, are you going to try and make me catch that from there?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to get dicey. I don't have depth perception. Let's
This is a new segment that I call Catch Up.
Oh, God, the catching it's going to be so hard.
So we're going to play a game of catch back and forth. And,
We have to catch it multiple times?
Oh, yeah.
This is going to get... You have stuff here. I don't know.
I mean, as long as you're in the vicinity, we're all right.
All right. I'm just... It's on record. I'm not liable for any...
Making me sweat over here.
You should be... You're asking a guy with one eye to catch and throw a ball in amongst equipment.
Only on Jeremiah Wonders, baby.
I mean, this is like a Scissor Bros like stunt here. I mean, having me catch things. Let's
Today we brought Josh Potter on with one eye.
trying to catch balls.
All right, here we go. So
my God.
basically how this goes, here, we can lower the mics a little bit just
All right.
so. So basically, you and I are going to be just catching up. You know, certain questions like that have been on your mind maybe that since we haven't seen each other in a little bit while we play a game of
All
catch.
right, yeah, here
it's
we go.
pretty simple. Ready to go?
I'm ready, I guess.
You look freaking terrified.
I'm like, I can't even think of a question because I'm just like, please just don't embarrass yourself catching it. Okay.
So Josh, how you been lately?
I've been all right. I'm way better now that I caught it. I can't believe that I caught it with my hands. I feel so good about that. Now I have to throw it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen the sketch Mr. No Depth Perception with Kevin Nealon?
No,
It's so funny. Kevin Nealon's like a guy who has no depth perception.
Right.
So they're like, hey, can you pass the rolls? And he like picks one up and just chucks it across the table like so hard. Like over the person's head.
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon, great guy. Go
Great
check
guy.
I can't even grip this ball.
It's so
It's
big,
new.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to throw a spiral or anything, but
It's
here
a
we
big
go.
one.
Oh,
See, that's
God.
perfect. That's perfect. You're good, dude. This segment's going great, especially for the audio listeners at home.
I'm having
They
anxiety.
hear Josh's
Can you
heart
hear my
jumping through his
heartbeat? Let's
chest.
see. Wow, that was really... I thought that was my heart for real at first.
Did you?
It was Jeremiah's mouth, though.
Oh, spoiler. So, Josh, how is the things with your neck right now?
Oh, God. They're all
He's
right, I
killing
guess. They're fine. I have this... you can see there's like a remnant of it. And I had an abscess on my neck randomly. They say it's from an ingrown hair, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
I had it removed. I spent 19 hours in an emergency room, all told.
Now, do you have insurance?
I do, but it kicks in on the 1st of February, so I didn't have it at the time.
Oh, frick.
But there was no... I needed to go to an emergency situation regardless. I'm getting more comfortable catching it.
Yeah, you're doing great.
All right. Because I needed to get it done, and urgent cares are so, like, grossly flooded with COVID that they were like, go to the emergency room.
Was there any memorable characters that...
Oh, my God. There were... Not memorable. I don't know if they were memorable characters per se, but there was a deluge of homeless people at this emergency room.
Really?
And I guess that's the case with all emergency rooms, I come to find out, that there's homeless people everywhere.
that
And
are
they
just kind of camping out around the area?
Well, the firemen drop them off, and then they go, like, you deal with them, and they have to admit them. But I'm thinking in my head, this guy, you know, they're filling out his paperwork. They're like, address? He doesn't have an address. So, like, oh, boy, first melee.
First fumble.
So, like, where are they sending that guy's
This
bill?
is a slick ball.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where did the homeless guy get his medical bill sent? So I should have just lied and said I was homeless.
Yeah, could you have technically done that?
I don't know that they would have given me a CT scan if I would have done that. 'cause those
Yeah.
But, and I don't know that I necessarily needed one, but I don't know that I would have gotten all the treatment. But who knows? I don't know what they would have said. I don't know. But that's my point. Like, it makes me go like, well, the only reason I'm getting a medical bill is because you found me. Like, maybe I leave that apartment now and they just send it there, and then what? What happens is what I want to know.
Yeah, where does that actually go?
I don't want to stiff the medical community. At the same time, though, I saw them wasting a lot of money that day. Why can't I be a waste of money?
I mean, yeah, you could be an expense.
Yeah.
Steve recently had to go to the hospital, and the guy who was checking him out knew, I guess he watches Scissor Bros.
Oh, okay.
And Steve asked, he goes, "So can I get the Scissor Bros discount?" Because Steve went in with no insurance. The guy goes, "Yeah, it's not really how this works, man."
Dude, and not only that, like, they didn't give me any bills yet. So I don't know. They're going to come eventually, but it's like the doctor has a bill. The radiology has a bill.
Yeah.
The anesthesia has a bill. So I'm going to get like 3 different ones. But a part of me is like, what happens if I never pay them?
They eventually will go to collections.
And that's when it affects your credit?
It affects your credit.
I thought medical bills can affect your credit.
But what you can do, which I had to, which my mom helped me do when I was dealing with my back stuff, was debt like forgiveness. Like we wrote like letters to like KU Med and stuff like that. And
how many letters do you have to write?
I think it was like 1 or 2.
2.
Ooh, that second one is...
yeah, if it was 1, I might be able... At that point, I go, maybe I just pay for it. Because that's the other thing. Someone said the same thing to me. I go, well, what if they look at your income then? And they go,
that's
oh,
true.
You can afford this now.
Yeah.
Because that's what... I'm still thinking in a poor mentality, even though I can... and then they also said, like, your insurance could retroactively pay for it or whatever, maybe, but it'll all get... I just thought it was interesting seeing so many home... Like, I saw one guy, they were like... I had been in there now for 9 hours or so, and I wanted desperately to go home. All I wanted to go home was just play baseball on video games, and that's it. It was a Friday night. I had been there since 3 p.m. It's now 2 a.m., and all I want to do is go home. They let this guy, they go, "Here's your discharge papers, sir." And he goes, "Okay." They go, "Now you just gotta go."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Okay." That guy, when I left at 9 a.m., was still sleeping in that chair.
Ooh.
And he was like dressed fine. Like, it's like he just didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I so desperately wanted to go home.
You're like, let me just get back to
I'm like, if I had that discharge paper, I would be out the door before I even... And then, like, I waited and got the discharge papers. What if I didn't even wait? I thought about that, too, because there's no one really... It's all... People are running around. They don't know who's where, really, what's what. What if I just left? I thought about that, too. I'm like, they did the thing. What if I just, like, up and bailed? And
yeah.
I die and then they get in trouble or something, you know? But when I left that hospital, I looked like a guy. I had, because I had IVs in and shit. I had like bandages here. So I'm just like walking home and I'm like...
Were you the guy who wakes up like in a coma, like in the future, who's like ripping the things and the cords
I look
out
like
of them?
I could have been confused as that guy for sure. Or I'm that guy that's just like, "Can I have 25 cents? I just got out of the hospital." People would be like, "Oh my lord." You ever run into those cats at the like subway stop where they got bandages on their heads and shit? They're like, "Do you have $1?" You're like, "Oh my god."
Like, I don't know how to tell you this. The $1's not gonna fix.
Yeah. You're like, did this guy escape or is he supposed to be out or what? Oh boy.
By the way, you're the only one who hasn't dropped the ball in this situation.
Yeah,
just
but
to
I
let
also
the viewers know.
gave you a bad throw.
It was a little slicky.
It is slick.
This would be, if it was raining at all outside, this would be a nightmare to play with.
Only 1/4 of that football is actual football material.
Yeah, just a little bit of pig skin.
And it's pretty inflated. It's not deflated
So
at all.
one of us, because this will come out on Monday.
Oh boy, after the game.
I know. One of us will have egg on our face, I guess, for wearing our colors.
That's the problem with my podcast right now is I talk so much about sports and it comes out like after the things, but I tape it before they happen.
Yeah.
And like, I hate that so much, but I don't know how to get around it yet. So like, it's the same thing. Like on my podcast, I'm going to go into it going like, "Hey, we haven't played the Chiefs yet. I know you've seen us play the Chiefs, but..."
Yeah.
And I don't know, anything could happen. We beat you guys already once this year, but that makes me think that, now...
Kansas City's vengeance.
Right, and I knew this was going to happen ever since we lost to Kansas City in the playoffs like 2 years ago. Well, we lost them in the AFC Championship game. I go, this is going to be a thing for years. It's just gonna always be us in Kansas City now.
Do you ever talk
At some
to
point.
Brenton Biddlecombe?
I've talked to him.
Okay, he's a big Bills guy.
Yes.
Yeah. I usually will.
Not from Buffalo though.
No.
Just family or what have you, right?
Yeah. As far as that.
Lucas Hurl's a guy at the Comedy Store too.
yeah.
That's from Buffalo that I talked to quite a bit about.
Oh yeah, he
Bills.
loves the Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would live in Buffalo right now if I could I guess I could, technically. I mean, it might get to that point at some point where I just go back.
One of my favorite clubs.
Yeah, no, it's the club I started in, and, that'll be there, and, like, I just, you could do this anywhere. You can get a house in Buffalo for, like, nothing
Yeah.
compared to L.A., I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man, I'm so scared.
Dude, but isn't your confidence through the freaking roof right now?
Throwing this around, I feel like I forget that I'm podcasting. It's tough to, like, you have that, like, you start going, like, dad-kid convo, you know what I mean? Where you're just like, so,
you seen any new girls at school? Or what's, any girls in your class? Or you got your
so your
eye
mom,
on?
your mom tells me you're having a little trouble in trigonometry. What's that about?
Yeah, what's going on?
Just have it coming out. That'd be
Yeah.
a funny, like, way this segment turns. You just start out with, like, easy questions, then you're like, so tell me, you wearing protection?
Yeah. So, how do you feel about my divorce with your mom? Like, you can really tell me here.
Yeah.
It's all right.
The school called. They say you have a flatulence issue.
Dude,
I want you to not be embarrassed.
Dude, if a school called about how bad your farts were, I mean, that would be amazing.
I think it said, oh no, as I take out the camera. See, that's what I was worried about happening. I think, in today's world, if there was a kid out there who was a wiseacre, who was going around just farting a lot in class, they wouldn't go like, hey, cut that out. They would call home and be like, we think that Timothy has a flatulence issue. He seems to be flatulating in class quite often. It's really distracting to the other kids.
I knew a kid who they did not do that with. They dealt with him in class.
Stop farting! Like
Dude,
that?
Dude, this guy, I was a freshman, he was a senior, and I was like, this guy's crazy. When I look back at him, I'm like, what was wrong with that guy? Dude, he would rip and like lift the leg and freaking go for it. Just
Crush it.
like, and it was in our Spanish class. And
See.
yeah. And he
Caliente. Would he say stuff after?
yeah, muy frijoles. It's like, what? Very beans? So he would do it, and the teacher finally, like, one day, like, grinded him down to, like, his core. She goes, seriously, like, what are you getting out of this? Like,
Are
how
you-
old?
yeah,
like, she
yeah,
talked
yeah.
to him. She's like,
How
she's
old
like,
are
how,
you?
she's like, how old are you? She goes, you see all these kids who are laughing around you? They're freshmen. They're not even your friends. You're a senior. She literally just like went psychoanalysis on this guy and like drilled the farts out of him, and he like went
Drilled the farts out of him. Oh man, that how old are you conversation. There was a time in my radio days when I had a program director he was like a new program director.
Yeah.
And he came into our show office and we all hated his guts. And he thought he was hilarious. He'd come in with bits and shit. And we're like, we're just trying to like placate him so that he'd leave us alone. And he would come in and he'd go, he'd fart or whatever in our office. And I remember the one guy just like, and I'm like a kind of a kid still at this point, and I didn't even think it was funny. And I remember one of the guys on the show just like put his shit down. He goes, this is fucking ridiculous. And he just like walked out. And like and everyone kind of just was like went back to their work, and like this guy who's our boss is like, oh come on, I mean it's hilarious. We're all like, not really, and we all just like left the room and left him in our office alone.
He left him in his own stink.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Think about
We're
it.
like, you smell your own fart, you fucking child.
Come on, guys, it's funny, right?
Yeah, it's so funny because like obviously I've waded the waters in the currency of farts in my comedy career. But it's never been a thing where I've like stood upon, you know what I mean? Where I'm like walking in a room and I'm like,
creed.
hey
I die
guys,
upon this hill.
You check that out, huh?
That's
you
your
know what I
sitcom
mean?
entrance.
Yeah.
Josh,
Yeah, I've never
what are
been.
you doing here?
I've never been a public farter. You know?
Now, will you fart in a urinal next to a guy?
It has to be naturally coming out. Like,
Because I
always think I can like not contain my fart. I'm always thinking like I can get this out of my body without anyone being the wiser.
well,
But
do you
then
ever, do you ever pull
sometimes-
your cheek to the side?
Yeah, no, I do that with I can like do ass kegels. You know?
Go on.
Where I like expand. I don't need to necessarily pull the cheek aside. I can just make the hole wider.
You dirty girl.
You know how like they say like make it wink? I can make it like go wide-eyed.
You can make it stink.
Yeah, make it wide. And then you leave before anyone notices that you did it.
Right.
But at the urinal, I'm not like, blam, what's up, Charlie? You know?
I do that, but I don't say any names. I just shamefully look forward.
I don't like conversation at the urinal either. That's
No, I don't.
no, especially at a job where you know the people, where they come in and they're like, yesterday was weird, and you're like, I don't want to do this here. Thanks, though. I have a stage fright issue where like sometimes in certain urinal situations, I will, if I'm not even peeing yet and someone comes in, game over, and then I have to like pretend I pee.
Oh.
Yeah.
You start spitting in the...
No, I just kind of like go like, I start like like making noise so they don't hear the lack of pee.
They should make... I think this is a genius idea that we're coming up with right now. You know a white noise machine?
A pee noise?
A yellow noise machine.
I like that.
You go with
that would
your
make
cell
me
phone.
pee, by the way.
You go with your cell phone in your pocket, and it's the sound of water filling up or like a waterfall or anything like that. So anybody who has stage fright going to the restroom,
I would like that.
they just sit down with it or they stand up with it. It's literally just in your pocket because your phone's always with you when you go to the bathroom, and it helps you get everything out.
Do you have any words you tell yourself if you have to pee but you can't because of a stage? Do you ever have a stage fright situation? Peeing?
No, the only time if I've ever had a stage fright, I literally go...
And that gets it to come out?
Yeah.
You push?
I go...
Oh,
I
that
push.
seems strange.
Yeah, I push through it.
I go like this. I look up, I close my eyes, I go, Niagara Falls. And I picture the water rushing over, and that makes me have to pee. Or hopefully.
Josh, I've got you, okay?
Is this the devil?
We're gonna pee together now.
Who's talking to
This
me?
is your urine.
Oh, my urine is... Yeah, that sounds like what it would sound like because it's very brown.
It's very basic.
Yeah, it's very
Listen,
filthy.
I know we got a big stream, okay?
We are dehydrated.
You're dehydrated. Give me some water. Don't worry about me. Alright, we're just gonna think of Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls. And
Oh my, this sounds like what my piss is coming out of me. It's just like, oh God.
I can't believe I was just inside that guy.
Ooh, I can't believe that was inside me. It is bad when you piss at a urinal and someone's like, is that guy pissing shit?
No one's ever said that to you.
You're so
You're being
dehydrated.
too hard on yourself.
God, that guy's piss
your
smells
pee
like...
smells better than
Might
that.
as well smell like shit, this
But
guy's piss.
Dude, my family's pees.
What do you mean your family's the whole thing?
No, they wouldn't all like pee on top of each other. But we in Iowa, when I would go visit my family, they were my relatives. You know, larger people, right? My grandparents on my mom's side, their peas would stink.
Like to the point where they'd flush, leave the room, and you're like, Grandma must have peed in here.
Dude, yes.
Like where it's a poop, where it just leaves a...
It was an ongoing joke that we talked about. Dude,
What did it smell like?
Oh, I can't even. It just smelled so bad. Just peas. They'd literally be in there for like 10 seconds.
Oh my God.
And I'd be like, oh, it's the diet. It's like horrible.
What diet would do that?
I mean, just eating like a lot,
Prunes?
whatever you want.
Oh.
I don't think any fruit. I think it's a lot of M&Ms, a lot of
Oh my
popcorn, a lot of
God.
Doritos, a lot of packaged stuff.
Yeah, real stinky. What makes your pee smell good, I wonder? Is it the same thing that makes your like jizz smell good or taste good?
Oh, pineapple?
Yeah, like that kind of shit.
It could be.
Citruses.
Yeah, fruits, citrusy kind of stuff.
Yeah, what they say? Almonds?
Is that another one?
Oh, no, maybe almonds makes you have more cum.
Almonds and walnuts, I just learned on Succession.
Yes, that's what it was. Succession told me. Yeah.
Is that what it was, that episode?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got some good catch in.
I want to smell your grandma's pee. I want to know what this pee smells like.
Wow, that might be...
Have you ever had your own pee, though, where you're just like, dear Lord, let's mix in a water?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes that? Is it just lack of water, or is it the fact that, like, you know, if you eat Chick-fil-A 9 times a week, you're...
I think it's all diet. I think it's really all diet.
Huh.
But
Interesting.
I don't know. Stinky peas. That's what we're talking about on the show today.
Stinky peas.
This episode is brought to you by Stinky Peas. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Jeremiah Wonders is brought to you by Upstart. If you dread looking at your credit statements, you're not alone. Debt can feel crippling, but Upstart can help you on your path to financial freedom. Now I'm financially free. I'm eating Chips Ahoy in a tub in a hotel room. I'm pretty financially free. Upstart is a fast and easy way to get a personal loan to pay off your debt, all online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple, fixed monthly payment. Upstart finds smarter rates with trusted partners because they assess more than just your credit score. With just a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate up front in loans from $1,000 to $50,000. You get approved the same day and can receive funds as fast as 1 business day. Wow. If debt has taken over your life, it's time to get a fresh start with Upstart. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/Jeremiah. Don't forget to use my URL to let them know I sent you. That's upstart.com/Jeremiah. Here's a fine print. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/Jeremiah. Now for this next ad, I'm going to put in a little bit of a Twizzler dip. There we go. Yeah. Listeners over the age of 21, I want to tell you about Fully Loaded Chew. The holiday season just passed, and with the new year, it's kicking off. A lot of you are still smoking cigarettes or hitting those vape pens. Aren't you guys doing that? Now, nicotine is an addictive chemical, so we're not suggesting this to any new users, but if you're currently smoking vape or using another dip, you gotta try Fully Loaded Chew. Here's why. Lifelong dippers are switching to Fully Loaded. It's the only chew with tobacco-free nicotine. Tobacco-free nicotine means less bad stuff in your mouth. Fully Loaded's motto is single lit. And they've got a full line of flavors too. Wintergreen, mint, bourbon, peach, and be sure to try the reformulated classic flavor. It's the closest to Copenhagen and it's tobacco free. Fully Loaded Chew comes at different nicotine levels. Full strength is the same nicotine as any other chew, and if you're looking to cut back on your nicotine or wean yourself off of nicotine, they have half strength and full flavor chew with no nicotine at all. That's a pretty sweet deal. You're starting to, get bigger, stronger, or less more. So once more, if you're a dipper, you have to try Fully Loaded Chew. The team at Gas and Fully Loaded worked to put together a killer promotional offer for you. If you go to fullyloadedchew.com and use promo code GAS1, you're going to get a 10 of Fully Loaded or Dry for just $1 and free shipping on any purchase you make. Once more, that's fullyloadedchew.com and use promo code GAS1 for a free 10 and free shipping. Check it out and save a lip with Fully Loaded. Now, I hope y'all are enjoying this episode with Josh Potter. We're going to get right back into it right here, right now. Love y'all.
Do cats have the stinkiest pee of all the animals?
Probably.
Well, I guess we don't have the other animals living with us and stuff.
It'd be hard to say.
Yeah, there's no one like, oh man, that smell, raccoon piss. You know what I mean? Because
we're not familiar enough with it. I would imagine that there's some felines out there that have some pretty rank pee.
I would love to see I would love to see a tiger take a shit. I've never seen a big cat take a shit before.
In person.
Yeah. Or even on a video.
I mean, there's got to be footage of it.
I know, I just never really, now I've never even, I'm like, oh, I should just Google that.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that later. I'm gonna figure
You
out.
find out about the internet through the
Yeah.
show. You're like, wait, you can just type in words?
I wonder if you gave like a tiger a litter box, if it would do this, if it would know still. Like, and do
that's
the
interesting.
same thing.
I think so. I think some of those people who have those like those big cats that like live around their place and stuff like
Yeah.
that, I think they potty train them sometimes. I've definitely seen some of them like put diapers on some of those like huge creatures.
Diapers. That's not really potty training them though. That's
I guess
just
so.
like,
You're just kind of
they're just shitting into a diaper instead of onto the ground.
yeah, I guess so.
Which makes you go like, what's your ground made of that's so precious? Like,
Yeah.
why do you want to change a diaper as opposed to just picking
It seems
it
like
up?
the diaper would be even more
Grosser,
messy.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're really getting in
Also,
there.
having to put it on and then take it off.
And then clean the animal's ass.
It's hard enough to just do that with a baby.
Oh, I
Not
mean,
even-
with
not a full several 100-pound beast of a thing.
imagine doing it with like, now you have your child, you're doing it with a baby. Now imagine like you have to do it with like a 25-year-old.
Oof.
Or like even just anywhere, any age between
I mean,
like
that's
20 and like 60.
I mean, that's why I feel for people who like work in nursing homes. And
Yeah.
stuff. It's freaking. That's hard work.
Right. They got, I mean, you just were talking about your grandma's pee. Imagine some of these old people, they got some peas, some poos,
Mm-hmm.
really stinky.
That they would write home from the war about.
Changing a grown human's diaper is something that only saints do.
Well, that's our next segment.
Have you ever dated anyone in the sex industry?
That's a strong no. Have you?
Yes. Both. I mean, strippers, some amateur porn. I guess not amateur. I don't know what you would even consider it. These days, amateur
Sponsored.
versus professional. You
Right.
know, they had some contracts here and there, but yeah, I've had a few situations like that for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked. I was just curious.
Oh no, I mean I'm curious. That's I mean kind of interesting to me that you've had multiple.
It's really no
relationships in that
different.
world.
And they weren't relationships. I mean, they were just like, you know, we go out here and there. I don't know what. I haven't had a real relationship in almost a decade now. Like where you're like, that's my girlfriend.
Just like kind of casual dates and stuff like that.
Yeah, you go on like 5-6 dates and then like maybe you go out again later. I don't know.
Right.
It just stops after a while.
Yeah.
But I've never put the onus on it where it's like
Do you think it's harder in LA or on the East Coast?
in LA.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't know. It's just maybe harder for me because I lived there so long. So coming here, it's like I'm a newborn, you know? I've been here for almost 5 years, but I spent 30 years over there.
Yeah, you kind of know.
So you
how
start
everything
learning, like,
works
I know
over
who
there.
that girl is, and she has this friend who I know. You know what I'm saying? Like here, I barely know like 10 people still, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like my circle's smaller, and, you know, you date here and there. But, yeah, it's been harder here, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
For sure. Like everything's been harder, but that's just because I'm new, you know?
For sure. Well, it also doesn't help that, you know, a pandemic happened.
That also threw
that kind of slowed things down a
little
little
wrench
bit.
in the works as far as the social life goes.
Well, yeah.
That's for sure.
Because, you know,
There were some women that wanted to do it during the pandemic, which was fun. Like it made it more cut and dry where it's like, are you you test negative recently? Yeah. It's like, all right, let's fuck. But it wasn't even testing for like SUVs, STDs. It was for
they tested for Law and Order SVU.
it was all COVID though. It was like,
Right.
let me know your COVID results. It's like, well, I
mean,
got no COVID, but I got herpes.
This is the closest that I felt to, you know, being, you know, promiscuous.
a bad boy.
A bad boy, because I've had multiple people text me. They're like, I think you should get tested.
Oh, I see. Because you were in close contact. That's a scary. Like COVID made that like not as scary anymore to me.
What,
like,
the STDs?
No, not the STDs. Just that like you should get tested conversation. Now it's like, oh, they're talking about COVID. Before you hear
Right.
that and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah. What kind of test are we taking?
Yeah. Did you get tested? Do
Yeah.
you have something? Because
Yeah,
then it would
what's
be.
going on?
Then it's something really like, is my penis gonna fall off?
Mm-hmm.
COVID's not gonna make my penis fall off. I don't care which variant you get.
Take that, Fauci.
Yeah. I did see a thing though where a guy is claiming COVID made his penis shrink.
Shrink?
2 inches.
What guy is publicly screaming on the hilltops about this?
If my dick was teensy and I had COVID, I might try to go like, COVID made my dick small. It was bigger before the COVID, I promise.
Right.
You know, get in front of it.
He's going to try to get, do you think
I don't know
try to
if
get
he's
a
gonna
surgery
get
from the government?
I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know what his end game is.
Talk about a stimulus package. You know
Maybe
what I'm
somebody
saying?
out there sees this story and is like, I can reverse that, you know,
Right.
pro bono. Then he gets his name out there. I don't know what this guy was trying to, what his aim was. Maybe he's hoping other guys out there, they concur and they're like, yeah, my dick shrunk after COVID too.
Right.
That way they can make a support group. They get some Lance Armstrong bracelets. I don't know.
There you go. I've got an idea for. I want us to do a song together.
Ooh.
Wig. Who is this beautiful woman?
I'm Barbie.
Barbie.
Hi. It's me, Barbie. I'm a doctor. I'm a slut. I'm everything.
What other professions do you do, Barbie?
Doctor's one.
Uh-huh.
Veterinarian.
Uh-huh.
Slut.
Right?
Dentist.
Yeah.
All the medical fields.
Okay.
But slut.
Okay. That's number one.
Yeah. What else do I do? I'm a president, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Do they do that?
Yeah. You did that, Barbie.
All right.
Yeah.
But I'm a slut.
Okay, well, Barbie, just for the girls' sakes, I don't know if you
All
should
the
advertise that you're a slut.
All the women out there, all you little girls, you need to know you can grow up and you can be a slut like Barbie.
Okay, listen, Barbie, how about you talk about some of the other professions? I mean, the veterinarian and
you
nurse
can be
is
a
great.
doctor and shit, but you can be a slut.
Okay,
Walk
this
me
is it's a little
in.
bit of a PR nightmare. You saying, no, Barbie, don't do that.
You can be a bi slut too.
Oh,
You can-
definitely let's not bring, sexual preferences
Yeah.
into these young girls' minds. They're very formidable at this.
You can eat some snatch, or you can
Oh.
blow a D. Whatever
Oh.
you want. That's we're versatile.
Oh, Barbie.
We do all the things that
Barbie.
Barbie can do everything, and so can you.
Barbie, what other occupations do you do?
Anal. Can do. I'm a dog catcher also.
A dog catcher? Really?
Dog
That's
catcher,
nice.
Barbie.
Oh, wait, dog catcher?
Yeah, we catch them and we take the dogs to the clink and they kill them.
Oh, not like a dog walker, a dog catcher.
Yeah, dog catcher, Barbie.
Oh, okay.
Animal control, Barbie.
Okay, what does that look
pest
like?
control. We get rodents.
Well,
collect the dead
it's not
rodent,
glamorous, but
the
it is a
roadkill.
job out there that women can do as well, so that's nice.
And it has a pension.
Uh-huh.
Garbage man, Barbie.
Wouldn't it be garbage person, Barbie?
Garbage person, garbage thing, they Barbie, garbage they Barbie, whatever.
Right.
We
Garbage
have
day
that.
Barbie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing that. I'm doing all
It
the
seems like
things.
you've got a pretty big roster of things that you do.
Every job, but the most fun one,
Uh-huh.
slut.
Okay, Barbie. What do you say we... no, please don't do that for the children. Oh, wait. Don't make the sound, too. Wait. What was the... Are you eating a Go-Gurt?
They don't have dicks in Barbie Land. Do you know that?
What do they have?
They're flat. Ken?
Yeah.
It's got a big old nothing down there.
Whoa. So how do
And
you
it's
get
got
off them, Barbie?
It's like licking a door. It's just like
how do you get off them, Barbie?
I just grind my my bumps on things,
Oh, because you don't have like a hole either.
I don't got nothing.
Mm.
I don't got nipples. I don't got a pussy. I don't got a pee-pee. I don't got nothing.
But you've got heart, Barbie, so that's got to count for something.
Yeah, that's all it is. And you know what? I got a mouth. So there's that. So no matter what your shortcomings, girls, you can all be sluts like Barbie.
Or did you just basically say that because you have a mouth that you can do anything?
Yeah. You can suck on anything. You can do anybody. You can eat all the things, people-wise.
Mm-hmm.
You can do everything. If you got a mouth, you got a pussy, basically. You heard it here first, boys and girls.
All right, Barbie, let's get into this song.
I'm Barbie. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Oh, oh. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a blonde. I don't know how this part goes.
Just go for it, Barbie. I want you to sing from the
I
depths.
forget it already.
From the depths of the bottom of your body.
I'm gonna try my
From the
bestest.
bottom of your plastic toes to the top of your plastic head. Okay,
Through
Barbie?
my plastic vagina.
Okay, yeah. You
My
ready?
non-existent one. Yes, here we go.
Go for it, Barbie.
I'm a blonde bimbo girl in a fantasy world. Dress me up, make it tight, make it tight. I'm your dolly, you're my doll. Rock and roll, feel the glamour in pink. Kiss me here, touch me there, hanky-panky. This is sexual. I like it. I didn't know this song was so sexy.
Kiss me there, touch me there,
Hanky-panky. Oh, I'm sexy and I know it. What's that one? Not sexy and I know it. What does he say?
I'm sexy and I know it.
No, the old one. The old German man, Frankie, does Hollywood or something.
Oh, why am I blanking on that right now?
It's like, it was the hottest thing of the 80s. Like, I'm sexy. Do you think I'm... No, that's Rod Stewart.
Frankie's Relax.
Go to it. Okay, my bad. But
When you
doesn't...
want to jump to
Who's
it?
the fucking German guy, the bald guy that talks about being sexy? I'm sexy. What does he say? Fuck me.
I'm so sexy?
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
Too
Yeah.
sexy for this.
Yes.
Right.
He's German and too sexy.
Yeah.
God, why did that take so long
What?
to remember?
I don't know.
Who's that? What's
We
that
blanked.
guy's? What's that asshole's name? The I'm too sexy guy. It's not Frankie Goes to Hollywood?
No, that's it. That's the Relax.
Relax. Go
Yeah.
to it. And then he's on the other side of I'm too sexy. Can't do both. I'm sorry, I blew the verse. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Das fantastic.
Life in plastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere.
Imagination. Life is our creation. Come on, Bobby, let's go party.
It's like Duhast.
It is. Is it the same guy?
Oh, that would be range.
Wouldn't that be crazy if
The
it
guy
was?
just like, du hast, hanky-panky,
to Barbie.
yeah.
Du hast mich an dein. Barbie Girl. Barbie Girl. How do you talk like that without coughing all the time?
I smell
Are you a
cigarettes.
Barbie girl? Come on, Barbie. Let's go have hanky-panky.
I want to look up what Urban Dictionary has as hanky-panky. I'd imagine.
Do you want me to do that real quick?
Is it sexual? Hanky-panky means fingering. Like, are they going to get really detailed with it? Hanky-panky means necking with your lover. I like how this says undress me everywhere, by the way. Meaning, like, we're in Times Square, I can undress you. Or she's
Anywhere.
saying, just like, you can undress any part of my body. Confusing messaging. Barbie. I guess you can undress a Barbie anywhere. In her Malibu beach home.
Hanky-panky in Urban Dictionary is anything which can happen between a couple. There's no set definition as to what it may be, but it can be said that it is something that someone who is not part of the couple would not want to be around when it's occurring.
So, arguing?
Right? Like revealing secrets about each other's family.
Yeah.
Just doing some hanky-panky. Yeah.
Me and my wife, we were having a real just drag out, blowout hanky-panky. Got real bad, almost divorced.
Discreet or surreptitious romantic or sexual activity. See hanky-panky for origins. The stupidest word in the history of man made to describe promiscuity.
Yeah, that's like making whoopee. What kind of queef made that up?
Doing sexual activities, you don't even have to be a couple, you horny ass mother. Whoa.
Well, that's a Urban Dictionary definition if I've ever heard one.
Can I just look at you in that wig for a second?
Do I look hot?
That's the most
Do you want to bone me out there?
beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
What's
What do you got
her
there?
secret?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I mean, the way she just glares right into the camera when I'm talking about her. The way she picks hair out of her beard.
Yeah, it's so in my face. No. Can you imagine falling in love with a girl? Be like, oh, look at her. And she I got hair in my mouth again.
I want to do this. I want to be complimenting you from afar, and you're literally the most disgusting woman.
Yeah,
you're the most vile woman, but like I can't hear you.
Yeah.
But like
I'm
I'm
just far away,
talking
you're
about
like,
you from
oh, what
afar.
an angel.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh my God, she's perfect.
My butt smells like shit again. So weird.
It's like God graced us with her presence on earth. She's incredible.
I think some of my hair got in my butt because it tastes like shit today. I got hair in my mouth and it tastes like shit.
I've never seen someone from this far away with such light bouncing off of them. It's like a choir of fairies are just holding her up right now.
You ever have cum in your butt and you think that it's poop? So you shit it out and it's cum? It's fucking weird.
If I only had the courage to approach a woman of this beauty, I would forever be a whole man.
I once saw a dog's boner and I thought it was hot.
Oh,
The prettiest girl ever.
She's the prettiest girl I've ever seen. Alright, that's enough. I mean, that's exactly what I hoped it would be.
I love wigs.
I mean, you really come into your own, Josh.
I'm a different person when I have hair.
Let's wrap up with some questions in this segment that I call Fanning Out.
Questions from fans.
This one comes from Reynolds C on Instagram. What's it like lasting more than a minute?
Well, it's fun. I gotta tell you, the girls have their fun. They have a good time. It's just when it's perpetual, then it gets to be a little too long because eventually they want to just it to be over also. That's what I've learned. Girls don't even necessarily... It's better to be quick. It's actually a compliment to them when you're fast.
Oh, then too long?
Yes. Because then
Really?
they're like,
Do they get upset?
am I not pretty?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tell me the half of it. The amount of girls that after we're not having sex, they're just like, am I not pretty? I was like, come on. It's like, I know I'm giving this hard cock for 6 hours a day. Yeah, maybe I don't find you attractive. Maybe that is a story. I don't know.
Hello.
But are you being serious though? This one comes from Marcos.Harris. What's the weirdest thing you've experienced on the road?
The weirdest thing on the road. I think it's just people. Sometimes people can be weird. They do some weird stuff. This one guy in Boston, he was so adamant about getting me cocaine, even though I didn't want it. And he's like, no, you're getting it. You can't leave. And he goes, are you leaving? I go, no, I'm not leaving. I was at the club bar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm staying here until it closes. And he's like, you promise? I'm like, yeah. So then he had another guy stay there and watch me to make sure I didn't leave so that he could bring me back cocaine.
That's pretty weird.
And he came back with cocaine and I was like, well, thank you. You didn't have to. I didn't want this. He goes,
Yeah.
take it. And then he left. To his, usually guys like that stick around.
Yeah.
So to his benefit, he did leave.
I want to see you snort it.
Yeah, he's like, now do it off my penis. Then it would have been a little too much.
Joshy, let's go party.
But it was the weirdest, nicest thing someone's done, but in a weird way. I don't know. It was so strange. This guy was like, I have to stay here and watch you. And I'm like, well, is it okay if I go take a piss? Like, I would do that kind of thing. I was like, I'm not going anywhere.
This one comes from Durple Rain. What's it like surviving an attempted hit on your life by Garth Brooks?
Have not experienced it, thankfully, but I'd imagine it is a harrowing experience having your life, someone making an attempt on your life in any regard is probably tough, especially someone so wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
But, I have not had that I have not stoked the ire of Garth Brooks like so many have out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm on his hit list.
This one comes from Colson Project on Instagram. How did the Make Josh Come tour go? Did anyone succeed?
There was, close instances. Some happened, some that kind of came close to it happening, but nothing like overwhelming in terms of like a different turnout. But it was fun, I gotta say. Most fun time of my life. Every attempt, every experiment was all joyous and wonderful, and I look forward to more, hopefully, in the future.
This one comes from Kel Beans 960. Scene suggestion: Josh coming.
It would just be like, oh, finally! Oh. I don't even know. I think it would be like, in Batman Forever when the Riddler has... You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. I can do you never dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-da. I don't know. But that when it snows,
the wind just blows. His eyes roll back and his eyes roll back in his head.
Oh, baby,
I can make it just come in a moment right now. Ooh, the way he looks at me in the wig.
It's so funny that you remember that song from Batman Forever. It's like not even in it. It's like it's on the soundtrack. But
It's on
like,
the soundtrack.
It's at the like end credits.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
It's that, and it's U2's like "Touch Me, Thrill Me, Kiss
Right.
Me, Kill Me" song.
Yeah.
In that
we know our
movie,
Batman stuff.
oh, I know that movie.
Batman stuff.
But in that movie, Jim Carrey's the Riddler, right?
Yeah.
And he's sucking all the brains from Gotham.
Yeah.
But then when Batman throws his bat boomerang into the thing and explodes it, all this brain power gets sucked from the Riddler.
Yeah.
That's me after I come.
Oh.
I would just be like in the chair all slouched and just be like, dummy. You know what I mean? Like fucked up after that. It'd suck everything out of my body.
This one comes from Backside 180s. Get a sing chart and test how many lines he can read.
Did you do it?
I did.
I'm not going to be able to read any of them. At the eye doctor now, they have me do they just go, how many fingers? They don't even
Really?
have me do the test any longer.
I'm curious. We're about 10
I love
feet.
I love when I get a new eye doctor and they make me take my glasses off and do it, and I go, you didn't read the report before you saw me, did you? They go, oh, you can't read anything. I go, I'm going to guess the top one's E. That's what I say every time I go, let me guess, the top one's E.
I mean, that's right. Can you read the next one?
FP.
Okay.
Now we're going to start getting a little dicey. It's a little shadowy.
This is
Can you
20,
hold it taut?
This is 2080.
Can you hold it taut?
Yeah.
TOZ.
Uh-huh.
LPED.
Yep, and that's 2063.
Now we're getting into it here.
This is 2050. We're going for 2050, Josh. A lot is on the line right now.
Is that... fuck, hold on. Let me just wash my... I have a bit of a blur.
Here we go. Josh Potter is washing his glasses on the field right now.
I should be able to go 2 lines deeper if we're...
He gave a motion to the bench, a my timeout. The glasses come back on, and Josh Potter is lining up, checking his vision on the 20.
All right, I'm going to go with P.
He's got one.
ECFD.
And he is good for 2050. And now he's going for 2040.
There's no chance here. I should be able to have this one, though, because my glasses are supposed to be 2040 with my fucking glasses here. Oh boy.
Josh Butter having a little bit of trouble in the field.
Is it EDF CZX? I don't know.
Try again on the last letter, but you almost got it clean.
Is it a P?
It is a P indeed. That's
Holy
20/40
shit.
vision
Holy
for Josh.
Shit.
The Roach Daddy himself, Potter.
I can't go lower.
20/40 vision.
But between 20/30, 20/40 is what I was at peak with this prescription. But
Well-
I probably have to get another one.
Well, dude, this has been an empowering episode.
Empowering.
Because
All
here's
you
the
can be
thing.
all sluts out there, just like me, Barbie.
Barbie, do you have any closing words before we wrap up?
We can all be sluts if we try hard enough.
Okay.
Go Bells.
Any other Barbie, anything else empowering for the youth of America out there before we say goodbye?
Show your tits to every boy out there.
Okay, do you want to maybe rephrase that?
No, every boy deserves. I mean, think about all the joy. You want to spread joy and laughs and
yes,
cheers?
we do, Barbie.
Show your tits to every boy, especially boys who are on the short bus at your school.
Well, that's just good advice.
Yeah, it's nice to them.
Do you have anything you want to plug, Josh?
I will be, if it's not up at right now, it will be up in days. It
Yeah.
should be up right now, but I have a Patreon, patreon.com/The Josh Potter Show.
Yes.
It'll be more up-to-date things. I'm doing a podcast on there that's an extra podcast, completely extra, separate from the one I do now. The one I do now won't change. It's free. It'll stay there if you don't want to pay any money. But it'll be a whole other podcast with my friend Matt Bergman, who's a comic, very funny guy, doing a podcast with him on there, and then also doing transmissions, Roach transmissions, where I, like, if there's a game at night, I'll be having my reaction immediately. And then there also, down the road, will be some live streams, hopefully, in your town.
Ooh.
So keep your eyes peeled for that. Other than that, I'm going to be, this comes out on Monday, I'm going to be in West Nyack, Levity Live. I'm going to be at the Pittsburgh, that'll be on the 30th of January. And then on the 2nd of February, I'll be in Pittsburgh at the Pittsburgh Improv. And on the 3rd of February, I will be at the Raleigh Improv. And on the 11th of February, Irvine Improv. And other than that, the Josh Potter Show comes out every Tuesday, wherever you listen to audio, or on YouTube if you'd prefer to watch it.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Thanks so much for coming back, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Had a blast again.
Love ya.
Love ya.
Go Bills.
Go Chiefs.